All right, so get ready because we're going deep on this one, folks. Today we're going to be exploring the hidden side of AI. Forget those typical headlines we always see about robots taking our jobs and all that. We're diving deeper into the stuff that nobody really talks about, the stuff that often gets overlooked. And we've got this really interesting YouTube video called "The Dark Side of AI Nobody Talks About." 2025. It's from a channel called NYXRRI, and it really gets into some of the potential risks and ethical dilemmas of AI.
Yeah, it is interesting. I think we often get caught up, we focus on the obvious ways AI might impact us, like job displacement and stuff. But this video, it really does shine a light on the subtle ways it's already kind of influencing our lives, just below the surface.
Yeah, totally. It does. Like, think about how much time we all spend on social media these days. We think we're in control, scrolling through our feeds, we have free will and all. But the video argues that AI is actually subtly shaping our behavior, especially on platforms like TikTok.
That's a great example. I mean, TikTok's algorithm, it's really known for its uncanny ability to predict what you'll enjoy watching next, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of freaky sometimes.
Yeah.
And, that invisible hand of AI, it could be influencing our choices, even our thoughts, without us even realizing it.
Yeah.
It really does raise some interesting questions about how AI, how it might be shaping our preferences, our worldviews even.
I know. It's almost creepy how accurately TikTok knows my interests. Have you ever had that feeling? Like, how does it know?
I think we've all had that experience, and the thing is, it's not just about entertainment either. This video argues that this type of AI-driven personalization, it's happening across a ton of platforms. From the news we consume to even the products we buy, it's everywhere.
Okay, so we're being subtly influenced in a lot of ways, but then there's this whole black box problem that the video talks about. And that takes things to a whole other level, doesn't it? It's like even the people who create these advanced AIs, they don't even fully understand how they work.
Yeah, exactly. The video uses a really good example, actually. It brings up AlphaGo, the AI that beat a professional Go player back in 2016. What was so fascinating about that whole thing was that AlphaGo actually started using strategies that no human had ever seen before.
So it's basically coming up with its own moves. Like, it was thinking on a whole different level. That's kind of mind-blowing, but also a little scary, isn't it?
It is, and it raises a really crucial question. If we don't fully understand how AI makes decisions, how can we possibly control it? What are the potential consequences, especially in areas like healthcare or finance, where AI is being used to make really important decisions? Think about it, we're potentially ceding control to systems that we don't fully comprehend.
That's a good point. I hadn't really thought about it that way before. I mean, it makes you wonder if we're rushing headlong into this AI-powered future without fully considering the implications.
Yeah, it's a very valid concern. And this video, I mean, it digs into some pretty unsettling examples of how this lack of understanding, how that could really play out in the real world. So, things could get pretty interesting.
So, okay, we've been talking about some of the risks, with AI, this whole lack of transparency and control thing. But the video doesn't just focus on the negative stuff, does it? It also looks at how AI is being used in fields like healthcare and education. There's some real potential there, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the video really does paint this picture of a future where AI could revolutionize healthcare. Imagine a world where diseases are diagnosed like way earlier, and treatments are personalized based on your own genetic makeup.
Yeah, that's right. AI could, analyze huge amounts of data, spot patterns that humans might miss, and that could lead to, earlier detection, more effective treatments.
Exactly. And the video even talks about AI-powered robots, like performing these complex surgeries with incredible precision. It's pretty mind-blowing to think about.
Yeah, it sounds like AI could, really improve healthcare outcomes and save lives. But there's always a flip side to consider, right? What about the potential downsides of AI in healthcare? I mean, that's got to be a concern.
Well, one of the big ones is definitely data privacy. I mean, if these AI systems are going to be analyzing our medical records and making decisions about our health, we need to be really sure that information is protected and used responsibly.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And what about the human element in healthcare? Like, will doctors become overly reliant on AI, maybe start losing some of those essential human skills like empathy and intuition?
Yeah, that's a valid concern for sure. And, the video does talk about the importance of finding a balance. Like AI, it should be a tool that, assists and enhances human expertise, not replaces it entirely. We still need that human connection in healthcare, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's key in any field where AI is involved. Finding that right balance between technological advancement and human values. Speaking of which, the video also explores how AI is transforming education. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, yeah. It's pretty amazing. AI is being used to personalize learning experiences, you know,
Mhm.
providing customized lessons and feedback to students based on their individual needs and learning styles.
So like it's tailoring the education to each student.
Exactly. And it's incredible.
It sounds like AI could really help students learn more effectively. Like imagine if every student had their own, virtual tutor that could adapt to their specific strengths and weaknesses.
Right. And you know what else is cool? AI could also automate those tedious tasks like grading. That would free up teachers to, focus more on individualized instruction and mentorship.
That sounds like a win-win for both students and teachers. But, I'm curious. Again, I have to wonder about the potential downsides. Could too much reliance on AI in education be detrimental,
Hmm.
in the long run?
The video actually raises that very question. It's a good
Right.
one. Yeah, while AI can definitely personalize learning and provide really valuable feedback, it's crucial to remember that human interaction is still essential for developing social skills, emotional intelligence, critical thinking.
Hmm.
Those are qualities that AI can't fully replicate.
Right. We don't want to, create a generation of kids who are completely reliant on AI and lack those essential human skills.
Exactly. It's about finding that sweet spot, where AI enhances education without undermining the importance of human connection and guidance.
Okay, so we've talked about healthcare and education, but what about something a little more fun, like entertainment? The video also explores how AI is changing the way we create and consume, movies, music, art, all that stuff, which is particularly interesting considering we're talking about a YouTube video right now.
It's like we're experiencing the impact of AI firsthand.
Yeah.
The video talks about how AI is being used to create like realistic virtual characters,
Mm.
compose music, generate art, even write scripts.
Wow, it's crazy to think that, some of our favorite movies, songs, video games could be created by algorithms in the future. I mean, is there anything AI can't do?
It's a rapidly evolving landscape for sure. I mean, the video highlights some examples of AI-generated music that's like really pushing the boundaries of different genres. And the AI-created artwork is being showcased in galleries alongside pieces by human artists.
So is AI going to enhance human creativity or will it eventually replace human artists altogether? I mean, what do you think?
That is a fascinating question. It's possible, that AI could become this powerful tool for collaboration and innovation, helping artists to explore new creative possibilities.
Mm.
But then there's also the concern, that AI-generated content could just flood the market, lead to a homogenization of art and a decline in human creativity.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword for sure. It seems like there's potential for both positive and negative outcomes. It'll be interesting to see how this all plays out, but I think it's clear that AI is already having a significant impact, across many different sectors, from healthcare and education to entertainment and beyond. And as we've been discussing, there are both amazing opportunities and potential risks to consider.
Exactly. And, the video really emphasizes that this is just the beginning. As AI continues to advance, its impact on our lives will only grow.
So we've covered a lot of ground, in this deep dive, exploring both the exciting potential and the potential downsides of AI. But this video, this dark side of AI, nobody talks about. It doesn't just, leave us hanging there, does it? It actually, looks ahead and asks what the future holds for AI and how we can, maybe shape that future in a way that benefits everyone.
Yeah, it really, prompts us to think about the bigger picture, for sure.
Mhm.
It emphasizes that the future of AI isn't just about, just technological advancements. It's really about who's holding the power, and how that power is actually being used.
Right. That's a really important point. The video paints some pretty vivid pictures, of potential future scenarios. Like, imagine a world with self-driving cars everywhere. I mean, that could, drastically reduce accidents and make transportation a lot more efficient.
Oh, absolutely. And think about the potential in medicine. You know, AI could help us make some groundbreaking discoveries, potentially even leading to cures for diseases that, were once considered incurable.
Mhm.
I mean, the possibilities are really pretty incredible.
But, like we've been talking about, there's always the potential for misuse or unintended consequences, right? And one of the biggest concerns that the video raises is the impact of AI on jobs.
Hmm.
I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's a valid concern, definitely. As the AI becomes more sophisticated,
Mhm.
it's going to be capable of performing tasks that were once done by humans. And, this could lead to widespread job displacement and, economic inequality if we're not careful.
Yeah, and it's already happening in some industries, isn't it? Like we're seeing AI automating jobs, manufacturing, customer service. So how do we adapt to this changing landscape? How do we make sure that everyone benefits from these advancements, not just, a select few?
Well, the video suggests that, education and retraining programs are going to be key. We need to equip people with the skills, that they'll need to thrive in a future where AI is just a major part of the workforce.
So it's not just about learning how to code or build robots. It's about developing, those uniquely human skills that AI can't really replicate, like creativity, critical thinking, emotional intelligence, all that stuff.
Exactly. Those skills are going to be even more valuable in a future where AI is, handling a lot of those routine tasks.
Right. Another concern that the video highlights is, the potential for AI to be used for, harmful purposes. Things like cyber attacks or, surveillance that invades people's privacy. I mean, that's pretty scary to think about.
It is for sure. As AI systems become more powerful, there's a greater risk that they could be used to, exploit vulnerabilities,
Hmm.
spread misinformation, or even control, critical infrastructure.
Yeah, it's like something out of a science fiction movie.
Yeah.
But it could actually become a reality if we don't have, strong security measures and ethical guidelines in place.
The video really drives home the point that we need to be proactive about addressing these risks. We can't just assume that AI will be used for good. We need to actively shape its development and make sure that it aligns with, with our values as a society.
So what can we do? What steps can we take to ensure a positive future for AI? I mean, what are your thoughts?
But the video emphasizes the importance of collaboration. We need AI developers, policymakers, and, the public to work together to create a future where AI is used responsibly and ethically.
That makes sense. It's a complex issue that affects everyone. So we need to have, open and honest conversations about the potential benefits and risks of AI, right?
Exactly. And we need to demand transparency and accountability from those who are, developing and deploying these powerful technologies.
Well, I think one of the key takeaways from this whole deep dive is that we all have a role to play in shaping the future of AI. It's not something that's just, happening to us. It's something that we're actively creating.
Couldn't agree more. We need to stay informed, engage in these, crucial conversations, and advocate for a future where AI empowers us, not defines us.
So to wrap things up, I want to leave you with this thought. The future of AI isn't predetermined. It's something that we're shaping right now, and it's up to all of us to ensure that it's a future where AI benefits all of humanity. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We hope it's given you some food for thought and, inspired you to continue exploring this, complex and fascinating topic.